Imagine you're living back in the days of knights and castles. You're the boss of a big, fancy castle sitting high on a hill. Your castle is surrounded by a large, deep moat. That's your first line of defense. Your own personal security guard that keeps you safe from the rest of the world. Now fast forward to the present day. With our tall skyscrapers and speedy internet, you're not running a castle now, you're running a business. Instead of drawbridges or moats full of water, you've got something stronger, an economic moat. If you stay with me, I'm gonna break down why building this kind of moat is your best bet to beat the competition in any industry. And the greatest thing about learning these principles is they've always worked and they always will. In 2020, we all experienced a worldwide pandemic, big changes in the economy, and a huge jump in digital progress. It feels like the world has gone forward in time by years. These things haven't just changed how we live, they've shaken up the business world. Businesses had to change and adapt quicker than ever before, and that's led to more competition across all sectors, and I'm sure you've noticed it. Before the pandemic, regular cable TV was doing just fine, with a good chunk of people tuning in. But then lockdowns hit, and we're all cooped up at home, itching for entertainment, and all of a sudden, streaming services like Netflix and Disney steal all the limelight. TV companies that couldn't switch gears quickly enough saw their audience shrink because they didn't have a strong enough moat to keep them safe from this wave of change. Some of you might not remember the company Blockbuster, but it used to be the place everyone went for movies, and it couldn't keep up with Netflix and had to shut down. Then you've got companies like Amazon, which took advantage of the spike in online shopping during the pandemic, making their moats even wider by investing in their delivery network, adding more staff to their site, and stepping up their customer service. Zoom turned into the place to be for everything from work meetings to virtual birthday parties because of its user-friendly design and solid internet connection. In 2023, having a moat isn't just a good thing to have, it's a must-have for staying in business. Change isn't slowing down. Businesses need to build, take care of, keep strengthening their moats to stay in the race. And in the end, the only thing that stays the same in business is change. So that brings us to the question, how do you build a moat around your business? But first, let's get clear on the different types of moats out there and how companies are using them. What can we learn from how Apple built its moat? First up, there's Apple's brand moat. This is all about being well known and trusted. Its brand is so strong, it's part of our everyday conversation. Why do people queue up for hours to grab the latest iPhone even when there's similar, cheaper, and even higher spec options out there? It's the power of the Apple brand moat that they've cultivated. Then you've got Apple's network moat. It's not about being the cheapest or the fastest to deliver. No, Apple's strength lies in a network of devices and services, all designed to sync up perfectly. This network creates a super sticky user experience that keeps people hooked. Let's make this simple. Say you get an iPhone. It's a cool gadget by itself, but it gets even better when you add more Apple devices into the mix. Get a MacBook and you start a task on your phone and then finish it on your laptop. Snag an Apple Watch and you can pick up calls and texts on your wrist. Grab AirPods and you can shift your sound between devices smoothly without fuss. I'm not getting paid to say this, but I think Apple should sponsor me. Then there's Apple services. You've got Apple Music, Apple TV, iCloud, Apple Fitness, and the list goes on and on. These services don't just add value to the devices, but they also bring in steady cash flow from Apple. What can we learn from Tesla's moat? Tesla's moat comes down to two key factors. There's their cutting edge technology and the personal brand of their CEO, Elon Musk. Tesla uses patents and intellectual property, IP, as a moat, meaning they own exclusive rights to their electric vehicles and energy storage technology, which puts them miles ahead of their competitors. Tesla's electric cars are not just eco-friendly, they're also super high-tech, filled with forward-thinking tech, powerful batteries, and a slick autopilot system. Tesla are pioneers in showing that electric cars can be practical, attractive, and trendy, which has given them a big first-mover advantage. Take their powerful batteries as an example. They can go distances that most rivals still find hard to match. Plus, their supercharger network with tons of charging points all over the globe ensures that Tesla's drivers can travel almost anywhere without the fear of running out of juice. And then there's the software part. Tesla's cars are pretty much high-tech computers on wheels. They're always getting updated with fresh features and tweaks. This futuristic approach to car design and function sets them apart from the old-school car makers. And then you've got Elon Musk himself. Tesla's image is tied up with this guy's vision and persona. His ability ability to create hype and his dedication to a greener future have helped turn Tesla into a familiar name in many households. So whether you're a fan or not, there's no denying that Elon Musk has become a big plus for the company, drawing a loyal fan base that many brands can only dream of. Also, Musk's plan for the future, like self-driving cars and even travel to other planets, keep people talking about Tesla and waiting to see what he'll do next. This buzz cements Tesla's spot in the market. By pairing up cutting-edge tech with a visionary, charismatic leader, Tesla has carved out a strong position in the electric car market. It's a great example of how smart tech and effective branding can team up to give a company a strong upper hand. What can we learn from Facebook's moat? Facebook mastered the network effect moat. This is when the value of a product or service increases as more people use it. The more friends you have on any social media platform, the more you want to use it, right? And the more people use Facebook or one of its platforms, the more valuable it becomes. This network effect has made Facebook a big player in people's online lives over the last few years, with billions of users worldwide. Next up, they've mastered the data moat. Each like, share, comment, and post on Facebook creates data. Facebook uses this info to understand what users are into and who they are. This info is very powerful, especially for targeted ads. It lets anyone zoom in on specific audience with accuracy, making Facebook a prime spot for businesses big and small for advertising into a specific audience. Facebook also uses this data to push content to us that we're likely to enjoy, and this keeps us on the platform for longer, boosting the network effect even more. And then you've got the recent launch of Threads, which is also dubbed the Twitter rival. But why is this a genius moat building strategy? First of all, it's about drawing in and keeping younger people. With apps like Snapchat, it's clear that young users like more private sharing experiences. And then there's the network effect. Remember, the more people use and engage with Facebook's platforms, the more valuable they become. So by launching Threads, Facebook is giving users another reason to engage with this ecosystem. It's basically creating another touch point to keep users connected and engaged. And of course, there's the data moat. With Threads, Facebook is able to gather more data on your behavior and preferences. And this data can then be used to further improve and tailor the user experience across all of Facebook's platforms. Also, don't forget that by launching Threads, Facebook is getting ahead of potential rivals like Twitter. It's a smart move to claim space in the social media world that could be taken by a competitor. And when you think about Twitter, its main feature has been its open public platform that focuses on short text updates. Except Twitter hasn't quite managed to create the same level of personal, intimate engagement that Threads seems to offer. And this gives Facebook an edge. So in many ways, Threads is a classic Facebook move. It's about keeping users hooked and gathering data and staying ahead of the race. It's a clear plan to deepen and expand Facebook's already impressive moat. So how did Amazon build its moat? Amazon has got some serious game when it comes to being unbeatable in their field, and it's all thanks to a mix of clever strategies. Let me break this down. First up, you've got Amazon's low price strategy mode. They sell so much stuff that they can afford to cut prices way lower than most other stores. And for smaller shops, trying to keep up with these rock bottom prices is like a chihuahua racing a greyhound. Next, we've got the convenience factor. Shopping on Amazon is the easiest experience. One click, boom, you've got something. They know what you like and they can get it to your doorstep faster than you can say next day delivery. And this level of service makes people think twice before going elsewhere. Then there's a variety that Amazon has. Amazon sells everything from novels to noodles to jackets to jackhammers, you name it. Amazon probably has everything. And this insane selection makes it really hard for other retailers to keep up. Like Facebook, Amazon also used the network effect moat strategy. Thanks to Amazon Prime, the more people sign up for Prime, the more valuable it gets. Free shipping, movies, exclusive deals, you get all these benefits as a Prime member. And as more people join Prime, Amazon can strike better deals with suppliers and roll out even more stuff at cheaper prices. And let's not forget the data moat. Amazon collects heaps of customer data. They know what you buy, when you buy it, and can even guess what you'll want next. This helps them make your shopping experience super personal and show you products you probably love. And that means more sales for them. Lastly, there's the innovation innovation moat. Amazon is always looking for the next big thing, whether that's driving into cloud computing with AWS or delivering groceries with Amazon Fresh. They're always up for trying something new, and that keeps them ahead of the pack. So in a nutshell, Amazon stays ahead of the game with super low prices, quick and easy shopping, a easy range of products, and a growing network of Prime members and smart use of data. And all these strategies come together to form an impenetrable moat, making it super tough for other businesses to compete. That's why Amazon is king of the online shopping world. Okay, so I've told you some examples of other famous companies that are using the moat strategy, but how do you build a moat? So this is where you build your own business fortress. Remember, there's no cookie cutter method to this. Just figure out what makes you unique and run with it. Let's start with the brand moat. To build one, you need to understand your customers inside and out. What do they want? What do they value? How do they see you? Once you've got these answers, you can start building a brand that really connects with them. And this could mean offering top customer service like Amazon, or having a strong brand message that strikes a chord, like Nike's Just Do It slogan. Next up, you've got the patents and IP, or intellectual property moat. You've got to be an inventor, a visionary, where you create unique ideas or tech that others can't copy. It's about nurturing a culture of creativity and pushing the boundaries. It doesn't have to be like SpaceX or Tesla, but just remember, you gotta keep these ideas safe with legal patents, or somebody else might just copy you before you've gone public. And for the network effect moat, it's all about becoming the cool kid everybody wants to be with. The more people that use your product or service, the more useful and fun it becomes. Think about Instagram. The more friends you have on there, the more you enjoy scrolling through your feed, right? And then we've got the cost advantage moat. This one's all about being a pro and making things run smoothly and cheaply. Maybe you find a smarter way to get your products from A to B, or you use robots to keep costs down, like Amazon's robot-filled warehouses. Finally, you need a USP, a unique selling proposition. It's about figuring out what sets you apart from the crowd and using that to your advantage. Ask yourself, what is it that you do differently? If you're not sure, I'll explain how I would do it. First up, you need a really good hard look at your business. What's that one thing that you do that no one else can beat? Maybe it's a unique product or a service that others don't offer, like great customer service, which, by the way, very few businesses actually offer. So when you do offer great customer service, customers really notice it. Or even a particular way you talk to your customers is really appreciated. Next, listen to your customers. They'll tell you so much useful info, like why they picked you over others, or what's special about your product over others. Listen to what they've got to say on surveys, social media, on reviews, or even face-to-face chats. I mean, look at Apple. Customers love their sleek, high-quality products, but they also love the friendly vibe when they go shopping there. And hearing this feedback helped Apple understand and reinforce their customer service, which makes their bond with customers even stronger. Starbucks saw one of those chances. Back in the day, coffee shops were all about the coffee and not so much about where you drank it. But Starbucks focused on creating a cozy third place between home and work. This gave them a unique edge. Lastly, once you've got your secret advantage, go all in. It should be the start of your business strategy. It needs to shine through in your ads, your customer service, your products, basically everywhere. And finally, how do you maintain your moat? Okay, so you dug your moat, but the job isn't done yet. Keeping your moat filled is just as important as building it. So first of all, stay tuned to what's happening in your industry. What are your competitors up to and the overall marketplace? Because things shift super quick nowadays. And if you snooze, you lose. The business world is like a river. It's always moving, and your moat should be the same. As the market shifts and tech advances, your moat needs to be flexible and flow with it. I mean, some of you probably didn't even know, but Netflix began as a DVD rental service. But when streaming became the thing, they moved with the time, and it paid off. Some of you might remember BlackBerry. They were the kings of the phone world once. When touchscreen phones came around, they missed the boat and ended up losing out. And finally, don't forget your customers. They are the beating heart of your business. Keeping them happy is crucial to maintaining your brand moat. So take a leaf out of Amazon's book. Their whole game plan is centered around customer obsession, and it works. I buy so much from Amazon, it's a joke. And with that, if you like what you hear, subscribe. I promise I'll be releasing a lot more cool stuff in the future. And if you have any video ideas you want answered, leave them in the comments below. Thank you.